Hello everyone, welcome back to Tears of the Kingdom. Let's go ahead and load back in. Howdy Not-A-Rogue AI, how's it going? Turn down the volume in my ears. There we go. So I think there's some things around Lookout Landing or whatever it's called. Hey, I'm still wet. Nice. Or no, actually that's electric sparking. That seems wise. It seems like a great thing to have going on there. Let's see. So we want some more food. Kind of want to make some more elixirs. I got a lot of speed up elixirs, and I should actually use some of those. What else? I need just regular healing stuff. And I got a good amount. I have a good amount of attack and defense things, so I'm okay there. Maybe a few more energy things as well. Alright, so just for some healing. Let's go ahead and just do that. Let's see what that gets me. Just some simmered fruit. Alright. What else? That is increased attack power during thunderstorms. That is going to be increased attack power in cold temperatures. The bitter powder makes them inedible. Does not mix well with fire or electricity. Really am very tempted at some point to cook these. Looks like a lemon. It does, yeah. I think that's kind of the point. I think these look like grapes. I have no idea what the fire fruit, like... It's got like an outer casing of some sort of net. Brings out the ability to enhance swim speed. I don't need that. I wonder if this would get me light, like in the depths or something. Let's see what happens. Does it do anything at all? It does nothing at all. Okay. Howdy, Gamma Knight. How's it going? You've been listening to my back episodes of the Spelljammer game. Was trying to help a friend with their stream. Nice. Do you have some questions? I am currently just cooking up some food in the game right now, so I have some time. As I let people filter in. What do we got? Salt grilled prime meat. That's a lot of healing. What about some stamina? Let's do that. What I charge for the rerolls? Alright, so I have a channel point selection thing. And that is the critical hit. And right now I think that's at 35,000 for the channel points. That's just stuff that viewers get over time by watching. And then 500 bits, so about $5 for the reroll. Alright, I'm a little bit low on fish, so I don't want to use any at the moment. I got a lot of you guys. Replenishes stamina. Alright. Let's use you. I love how far that is, like, I am standing pretty far away from this pod. Alright, let's get a little bit closer. Alright, let's make... How about 3? What do we get out of 3 of them? How's it going, Abcody? And Canis Rufus? How you guys doing? Alright, that is a lot of healing and a lot of, restoration of stuff. So let's do that. Let's toss in a couple other monster parts that we have a good number of. But not eyes, because I do want to save the eyes. There we go, and... let's do that. Let's see what we get out of that. 35k channel points for crits and 500 bits for the rerolls. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a whole lot. Yeah, I think I just need to use more of the grasshoppers, which, until I get the stealth armor, I'm not going to be using that. And the way that I have it is that the crits have to be used at the time of, so they can't be stored up, but the rerolls of the bits ones can be. I should probably sort things. Oh, you know what? I wonder. I have so many of these. Is this just gonna make, like, is this just gonna ruin the food? Let's see. Simmered fruit, wow, okay. That was just a good dish. It seems to just, increase the quality. Howdy, X-Gemini, how's it going? No, I'm good just, looking for stuff right now. I mean, like, I don't have that many hearts, so it's not that big of a deal. So I'm just kind of, can I actually make a toasted hearty truffle? Huh. Because I'm pretty sure it would make this. There we go. Let's get some more full healing things. Howdy, Farron. Well, I mean, using any of the, like the hardy truffles or the big hardy truffles, that'll just be full healing, period. Like, because anything that gives you bonus hearts is going to be full healing, so it doesn't matter what else you put in. Right now, I'm pretty good with that. I don't really need any more cold resistance. I got a good amount of heat resistance stuff. Let's see. That's not very much, so let's do that. Let's see what 5 gets. That's pretty good. Armoroth. One of those. Or a couple of those, and toss in some apples. Ah, can't carry any more meals. Alright, well, there we go. There's that. Let's see. Go ahead and get a Traveler's Sword merged in here. There we go. So 11 there, that's fine. Should get something else added to the Strong Zonite Longsword as well. What do I have a lot of that I can toss? If you remember right, it gives you 6 bonus hearts. Oh, that's okay. I mean, if I included more hardy truffles, it would get me a lot more hearts. And there's other things that I'm sure I could do. I'm mostly trying to explore around, and I don't need the bonus hearts that much right now. I feel like I'm more into just getting the full heal. But I do appreciate the offer. Let's see. That's 5, 4, 6, 4, 2, 10, 6. That's 12. I don't want to use that yet, though. 22. Black Horriblin horns. 22. Holy cow. But that would make a hammer, so we want to hold off on those, I think. Three, 8, 5. 16. I got 3 of those, but let's use. Let's see, that's 8. That's 17. Let's use one of you. There we go. Alright, 27. Nice, big, powerful weapon there. Just found those 2 items easy to find. Oh, no, that's fine. Alright. Let's see. Anything else to do around here? I did the praying last time. I think we're good. I don't have any spare space to get the Boko Reaper. So, up we go. Oops. Wrong button. Howdy, Mad Martin. How's it going? Let's see. I think we want to talk to Robbie to get to the lab.
Great job getting the picture of the figure that Joshua was looking for. She was pretty happy to see that statue. And I was thrilled to show you how to use the camera. Inspired, even. The Purapad has even more potential functions, you know. Listen up, big update here.
Oh, but now I gotta plug it in overnight, and it has to be on Wi-Fi. It's just too much of a pain sometimes.
Your Purapad can be equipped with a sensor that detects shrines.
I was wondering about that. Thank you for telling me so late. Tired, glad to have a brief reprieve from work tomorrow. That is nice. That is very nice. It's kind of a shame I'm not streaming tomorrow.
Come on, act more impressed. I'm the first one in all of Hyrule who noticed the shrines after the upheaval, so I created a sensor to detect them.
How are you the first one in all of Hyrule to notice the shrines after the upheaval? Like, there's an obvious one by each and every single town.
Only thing is, I can't set it up here at Lookout Landing. It'd be nearly impossible unless I'm at the Purapad Research Lab in Nintendo Village.
Purapad Research Lab?
That's right, it's a lab dedicated to the enhancement of the Purapad, which Purah and I developed. Once I'm in that lab, and you join me there, I can further improve your Purapad, starting with the sensor. You'll find the lab in eastern Necluda, off in the southeast corner of Hyrule. On its far side is Hateno Village. Go a bit further than that, and you'll see a mighty peculiar place. Don't let the looks fool you. It's a cutting-edge lab. But for now, Josha's investigations are my main priority. So until she gets further along, I'll be staying here for a while.
Ah, poop. Alright, fine. Read the Purapad instruction manual? No. No. Instruction manuals are for people who don't know what they're doing.
The picture you took helped me realize this fragment here is going to help us see the depths in a new way.
You know what also helps us to see the depths in a new way? Me lighting the place up. You weren't talking about that, though, were you? Hestu should be here? Alright.
I'll look through my collection for more fragments, and I'll let you know if I have a breakthrough. Until then, focus on the investigations that Doc asked you to do.
But I want the sensor. I have not seen Hestu. I literally just came back up. Brethren location? Offer 10 pose to me. If you do, I will tell you of the location of one of my brethren. Maybe another time. Alright, what do you got? I can get some dark poop. I have the Dark Tunic. I have the Tunic of the Depths, so I do not need either of those. Alright, so Hestu should be around here somewhere, huh? Oh, yep, there he is.
It's you we meet again. It's been a while, huh? So this place was built recently, huh? It's got a good vibe, and I figure it's safe since there are lots of people here. There are so many monsters all over these days, so I'm gonna stay here and relax for a while. Oh, hang on a minute. Do you have a Korok seed?
Oh, I have Korok seeds, sir. Mega Flare's Hyrule probably needs it at this point.
You do. You got a Korok seed from one of the forest children. If you give me Korok seeds, I'll expand the size of your inventory. So you want more room?
Yes, I do.
Shalaka, which staff shall I expand?
Well, I was thinking about needing more bow stash. One Korok seed, there you go. Howdy, Isovan, how's it going? You don't need to explode all over me, though, Hestu. Really, it's okay. Shield stash. Alright, well, there's a weapon here that I want, so I might as well... I mean, I don't... Like, it's just a conveniently accessible weapon, so... I will probably expand the weapon stash as well. Three Korok seeds, huh? Well, that's I can do this. This is fine. I have enough Korok seeds. We have the power. Give me more weapons. I do. Weapon stash again. Nope. Ah, wrong button. Five Korok seeds, sure. Go right ahead and take my seeds, please. Take my seeds. There we go. Let's go with bow stash this time. I swear he's a giant broccoli. Wonder if the cost is the same to max out as Breath of the Wild? I don't know. Let's see if 4 is his limit here. It is not. Alright, shield stash. Then we'll go weapons again. Maybe twice. I think Broccoli would be insulted that I compared it to Hestu. I do. Weapon stash. You should only move after a story. Okay, alright, that works. Well, then I may as well spend all of my Korok seeds. 12 Korok seeds? Yeah, I can do that. Thank you. I got plenty. Oh, so many weapons. It's going to be so good. Alright, so weapon next is 17. Alright, so I think we can get the bow and the shield at once. You're so upset with a kingdom vassal that you revoked the kingdom title and destroyed the kingdom title in CK2. See, I like to let duchies drift into kingdoms so that they're not trying to make other ones and risk Gavelkind shenanigans and stuff like that. So I tend to hold on, like, I'll create, like, all of the kingdom titles and then just, like, give out individual ones and then start shifting duchies under people and stuff like that. That's what I like to do. It's a pain when they start intermarrying and it gets messy, though. Alright, so we need 5 Korok seeds for each of those. Alright. Never mind. Okie dokie. So apples and arrows. Kind of tempted to buy some more because I only have 40 arrows now.
Oh.
I'll buy them all. Need a law that only the player can arrange marriages of his vassals. That would be really nice. That would be really nice. I would very much like that. Alright, let's go talk to Pura.
Hiya, Linky. Popping by to make an appearance? I don't see any visible injuries, so you must be holding up okay out there. Have you made any progress on investigating the 4 regions like I asked? There's another village that might yield more answers, so I'm directing an investigation of what's gone on there.
What other village?
It's a relatively new place called Terrytown in Akala.
Yes, I know it. I created it.
Northeast of here. Hudson Construction is located there. They're the same folks who built Lookout Landing in the Skyview Towers. For some reason, Zonai devices are falling near that area more than elsewhere. There's got to be a special reason for it. If you want more info, talk to Atmos down in the shelter. He could probably point you in the right direction. He helps deploy the monster control crew squads to where they're needed and has extensive geographical knowledge. He could tell you more than I can about various regions and peoples. Anyway, I can get help from the research division for this, but I'm entrusting the investigation of the 4 regions with the phenomena to you.
Alright.
Check it.
Keep me posted.
Is that like just your way of saying bye now? Check it. What do you do again? I forgot. This is a crystal refinery. I can take your crystallized charges and use them to produce energy wells. Energy wells? An energy well can increase the capacity of the energy cell you are carrying. This increased capacity will allow you to use Zonai devices for longer periods. I can produce these energy wells for you if you bring me crystallized charges. Shall I begin production, or would you like me to explain crystallized charges? Get producing! To produce 1 energy well will require 100 crystallized charges. Is that acceptable? Get producing! Please wait. Well, I mean, good to know that if the Terminator is ever after us, we know exactly where to lure him. I have refined your crystallized charges into 1 energy well. Energy well, a small part made from crystallized charges. It increases your the maximum energy that can be stored in your energy cell. Oh my god. That is not much. I was expecting 3 whole bars, but no. I would enjoy further visits from you. Okie dokie. Well, that's going to be a lot. All right. I mean, I guess we could do that. I'll work on that. It's fine. It's fine. I don't mind. Nope. Get down. Out of my way, buddy. Alright, other weapon here. Where are you? I don't think it's like... Over here. There we go. Let's get into the Bogo Reaper. Hessen, subscribed for 47 months. Thank you very much. Beware, Big Pickle is here. Spread the love of the brine, your followers. Don't let the evil Lego dragon win. I'm not evil. Just misunderstood. Alright, so, let's see. Where do we want to go? I have some marks for shrines, so I should probably go take care of them. It's in a pickle jar filled with very delicious pickles. There's no such thing. Alright. Oh, you know what? I should just gone up here. Just because I dislike delicious pickles doesn't mean that all dragons dislike delicious pickles. No, that's true. What I'm saying, though, is that there's no such thing as a delicious pickle. He can have his pickles. That's fine. I'm just saying that they're not delicious. I do like delicious pixels as well. There's even ham-flavored pickles. That's just wrong. That's not right. Whee! We'll come back to you later, Korok. 10 to 10 shrine. Only the 10 to 10 man will pass. Gresker, 100 bits. More tiers. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. You can eat pixels, yes. I wouldn't recommend it, though. Ham-flavored pickles sound tasty? No. No. It's like gross. I know exactly how to penitent. Duck and roll. Combat training, throwing. Bye. It's active. We can come back later. Many sandwiches and burgers are incomplete without pickles. No, I would say that They are perfectly complete. In fact, including them would ruin such fine, delicious flavor. Let's see, we have not been down this chasm. So let's head down this chasm. Yeah, I don't want to try the combat trainings right now. I'm good. I'm good. Almost as good as pixels on a burger. Alright, back here. Whee! Forest of Time Chasm. Okay, you just do not want to do that. Alright, let's find our bulbs, or seeds.
Yeah.
Oh! Well, that explains some things. That's a good place to land, I suppose. Alright, so that is a monster place. So we've lit up over there. Oh, hi. Go ahead and light this one up. Nuzumak Lightroot. Holy hell, the scrolling. Yeah. It's definitely annoying. Like, and I mean, I could sort them, but I do know the secret to Lightroot locations. Yeah. Let there be light. Alright, anything interesting? The Lightroot dispelled the darkness and brightened the surrounding area. Yes, I know, I don't need that. Yeah, for those unaware, that's the secret. Alright, we saw another one. There's also some Poes over here. Might as well get them. Lots of monsters over there. Saw another Lightroot. Maybe it was that one? Oh no, it was this one over here. It is a lot easier to actually see the Lightroots before you brighten things up, oddly enough. Maybe that's not so odd. What do you got? Traveler's Spear? Eh. Oh, hello. You're worried about how hollow Hyrule is? That's fine. Let's get some puff shrooms. Okay, well, I actually kind of wanted to, There we go. Alright, well, that didn't quite work out the way that I wanted. But here we are. A flood of darkness. And we got one over there, too, which we may as well. Net-to-net light route. Let's light you up. Alright, we can actually skip this. We've seen it. Alright, what do we got? That area has been dispelled. Now, here is the question. Okay, yes, I have. Where was the other one? The other one is over here. Alright. Might as well light these places up. Well, there's lots of pose over there. Ah, dang it. Oh well. I was hoping I'd be able to get through it in time. Let's grab these bomb flowers. I mean, of course, I'm going to go get that taken care of in just a moment, so it's not that big of a deal. Hi. Well, I mean, why not, right? That's fine. You know, what do we got? Anything new? None of you guys. Not this pose. Ow! Ow. Well, that didn't work out so well. That works. Give him a little bit of fire. Ow! Take you out. Throwing spear. Grab the zonite. The Zalphos horn. Can't get the long stick, that's fine. Alright, so I took a bit of damage there. That was not necessary at all. But you know how it is. That is a very odd angle. Part of it is I need to get back into the feel of the game. And I feel like this is like the early area of the game anyway, so... Anything else around? No, just these. Aw, oh, okay, they did have some arrows in them. That's about it. Thought for a second they didn't have anything. Howdy, Alceros, how's it going? Let's go get all these Poes over there. Get a good watermelon? Nice. Very tasty. Could try making something. We have a statue over here who may have a weapon that we can take a look at. What is that? Traveler's Spear? Alright. Someone's shooting arrows at me. That's not nice. Leave me alone. Excuse me. Oh god! Okay. I thought it was just like some bokoblins. I thought it was just some bokoblins. It wasn't bokoblins. It wasn't bokoblins. Bye. New friend, yes. Yes. Well, we can get that restored. Alright, so... I think that was over in this direction. Right, no, it's over in this direction. I still want to get to that light route. But I don't want to deal with that Lionel. Not just a Lionel, an armored Lionel? Well, that's even worse. Here I was saying this is like the early area. No, apparently not. Let's see if we can make anything interesting over here. I got you guys to deal with. I wish they would all jump in succession. Not doing a very good job of burning them. Oh, goody. Travelers Claymore. Ow, rude. Come at me. There we go. At least they're not actually that bad. Alright, weapon-wise, what do I have? I got that. Common arm. There we go. And do I have anything that I want to get rid of in favor of the Traveler's Claymore? This might be, breaking soon, but nah. That's fine. Well, oh, you can teleport? I don't like that. Bye. Yeah, no, that's not. Why is Ald so scared of his Lionel friends? Because they murder my face? Yeah, it's standard Lionel, but I'd rather not deal with that if I can help it. Is there anyone even yeah, there is. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how nasty are these Lionels for you? They have not tried it and have no desire to do so at the moment. Is that too high up? Might be too high up. Yeah, it's puff shrooms, so. Mushrooms, mushrooms. On a scale of 1 to 10, they're a nope. So let's make that note there. In fact, let's go this way. Yeah, get a bomb flower. It's always good. speed run of this game down to an hour. I'm not surprised. I mean, people were speedrunning the first game.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a point at which, like, you just run towards, there's some Froxes. Got some more bomb flowers. Get away from my flower. So, I'm guessing that's one of the reasons why the flowers are not permanent, because those enemies will go after them or something. That's fine. Alright, we're almost there. Lionel hugs are the best hugs? No. No. Stakajat Lightroot. Alright, so I have not been here. So let's mark that. Go ahead and skip that as we brighten the area. What do we got? There's a big wall, I think. It's a shame these don't heal you, but... Got some more pose over here. And another platform that might have some things. I think I see another light route. Oh, bomb flower. Alright, I think I'm good down here in the depths for a little bit, though. Let's see, we got wheels. And we got fans. And we got a car. Okay. No control point, though, which is unfortunate. Right, well, we got Lizalfos there, that's fine. Pretty sure I saw a light route out this way. Yeah, it slightly spooked me. Slightly. Ever so slightly. Actually, do we have, No, we don't. Alright. Well, we might as well make a plane. As long as we're here, right? There we go. I have extra battery power, so why not? That is not where I wanted to go. we go. Okay. So that's not working. That has wheels, right? Yeah, it does. Not sure if there's any obvious front to this. You're not sure why you found that as funny as you did? I mean, it was kind of funny. Like, alright, let's go. Doesn't move. It's, I would say it's pretty funny. Alright. Okay. No, those might just be attachment points, as opposed to actual, rewind. Oh, okay. I will try that. Did not actually think about that. Let's get onto it. Get on, please. Okay. I think that I have too many fans on it. It did move. It did move. I think the fans are just adding too much weight. Plus, it's using up the battery quite a bit, so... Well, that was extraordinarily successful. Very, very successful. Have I fought Master Koisan? I'm not even sure who that is offhand, so probably not. Mankoga? Oh, then, yeah, I fought him the first time. Excuse me? Did an arrow? Yep. Well, that's not working out so well. That's fine. Alright. Arrows are over here. Plains Bargainer statue. Oh, hello. I can pray... Oh, there we go. Alright. I was wondering where your face was. You stand before me. I'm not Ilmarinen. Make an offering. Oh, well, let me make you an offering you can't refuse. Offer pose to me. Spirits are ought to return to the afterlife. There's literally pose right behind you. Right there behind you. They are pitiful beings who have lost their way home and wander this land. I am one who returns all pose to the afterlife without prejudice. So you mean you'll allow them to go out again? Well, yes. You can't move? Surely he can move just a little bit to reach those. Just out of reach. Good, evil, I'm the one with the gun. That's the futile perspective of narrow-minded beings. There is no such distinction in wandering spirits. I take it you have encountered my brethren. Stay a while and listen. My brethren and I have combined our power to create the Dark Trousers. If you desire it, you must make a suitable offering. Okay, well, 200, and I have just enough for your steady boots. I already have. I get magic rods, magic scepters, magic staves. Oh. Alright, well, that's where I can get more of those things, then. Dark Trousers, will you offer 200 pose? I'll offer them. You got the brown pants for the Lionel fight? Yeah. Alright. Seek my brethren in this land. If you do so, you may receive further blessings. I better receive further blessings, you dick. What did you say? Nothing, nothing. I would smack you, but I can't move. Yeah, well, that's your problem, isn't it? It is a problem. But one day. Yeah, one day what? Huh? Can't even move, sir. No right where to hit me. Darn right I do. See some more pose over there. Is that... That is probably another arena. I think that's going to be another construct. Oh, there's the pose. Yeah, you can't do that. What's the depths tunic like? So it gives you some light, and it looks very, very silly. Let's see. The dark trousers, they look normal at first, but on closer inspection, they resemble the legs of a monster born of shadow. I mean, I suppose I might as well glow a little bit. Not as big a deal, but there's a lot of pose over here, so it's not as big a deal when you have already lit up places, though. And when you also have like 600 bright bulbs. Kind of takes some of the... Anything under there? Nope. Alright. That's just for making a hammer. No, run through. Ah, dang it. pose here. It's going to take us a bit to get back up to the 200 that we were at, but... Underground battles seem really nasty. They can be, It's mostly... I mean, like, you're mostly fighting the same enemies, but there's the potential of getting, like, semi-permanent, Hello. Semi-permanent damage, so... Yeah, I'm on that. Alright, I want to get to... Ooh, what? These guys are very easy. Ow. Now this is just annoying. Reaper broke. Ow. 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 Stop that. Alright, need a new weapon. Alright, took care of you. Now I need to go deal with you. Yeah, that's a problem. Alright, well, we took care of all the enemies. It's mostly just annoying, and, like... That would not have been as bad if I wasn't right around this area. I do have... I don't want glow. I want... What is it? There we go. That's good enough. There we go. And I cannot get another... No, I can get another bow. Good. It's not immediate, luckily. Alright, any other items that I can pick up? Doesn't really look like it. Oh, that's true, I could have ultra-handed. I do tend to forget that. Alright. Yeah, I want to get to, like, that's been my goal, is to get to another, light route. There we go. Well, I am actually, not at all close to where I intended to be. So let me go back here. I'll take care of the healing things. Yeah, I need to use that a little more often. It always takes me quite a while to get into the usage of the powers. Alright, let's go to the bargainer statue again. Now, I think... Oop. There you go, puff shroom, good. I got more Froxes. The good thing about the Froxes is that they do very little damage, and they have very few hit points, so... That's really actually quite good. Alright. Don't mind me, sir. I'm just climbing up on top of your head. What are you doing? Get off my head. That's very rude. Why are you doing this to me? Jeez, I cannot believe what you just did. Climbing up my head like that. That's very, very rude. I'll take that puff shroom. Oh god. Get off. Oh, that whole thing is bad. Alright. Ow! There we go. I mean, at least they're continuing to give me decent weapon damage. Alright, what do we have here? Another glider. More fans. Wheels. No platforms other than those. Alright. Muddle buds are very good. So that's back where I came from. I want to continue to go this way. If I can. Time to do the Velt save trick. Hey, at least it's at least it works. Oh, hello. I will probably not try to get every rage when I do the stream. Just like certain ones. Alright, lots of pose over here. Yep. Yep. That's another arena. We are going to avoid that for the moment. Skirt this. I don't want to fight you. It's a friend coliseum, yeah. Wow, that went pretty far down. Oh. Hi, rock wall. No, alright. That would explain why I was not seeing a, another thing. I hope this isn't a dead end over here. More puff shrooms. No, it's not. Okay, good, good. Alright. I need to get back there. Alright. Don't mind me, construct. Just... excuse me. Just coming through, just come by. Yeah, there it is. Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't know that those would, let's get on to that. Gotcha. 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 Wildflower. Oh, oh, hello. There's a pose over here. Said every Pokemon player ever, yeah. Oh, hi. Oh, yeah, you know what? Choo-choo! There we go. Let's actually switch over to a Traveler's Bow. Okay. Traveler's Bow is not enough to take care of those guys. Good to know. Now I know. Oh, FF6 is giving you the Rage Bahamut, just not the way that you want it. Wait, no, that is... Son of a... It turned me around. So rude. So that I don't use up weapon durability. And these are just crappy bows. There we go. Howdy, Mr. Wolverine. How's it going? Plus, they like choo-choos tend to jump at you and stuff like that, and the elemental types, they will be very, very nasty if you're close to them. So it's just like easier that way, I feel. Well, dang it. There's some pose over there. Let's go get the pose. Since I'm looking for another... I don't really care about you guys. Looking for another light route out here. Nope. Didn't mean to pick that up. Is it nighttime? Ow. Ow. Thank you very much for targeting not the one that I needed. There we go. There's a traveler's sword, but I'm full up on stuff. So it's got to be hidden. What do we... Okay, here we go. Alright, looks like there's a Keese out there who might spot me if I'm not careful. Light operates very weirdly down here, to put it mildly. So we have a lot of electric enemies over there. Electric Lizalfos. There we go. Trying to get one of the others game. Alright, I think I'd have to get closer. Alright, so I have gone around this area. This lake. It might be that I need to get over to that one. That might do it? I don't know. Is that enough? If so, I don't think I'm getting over there. Like, that's definitely out there in the dark, but, I don't know if bridges count as ways through. Let's find out. No. Bridges do not count as ways through. Okay, so I would need to... I see no way down other than this one, which I guess would have to be the one. If I was going to get over there to light that up. Alright, well there is one up here. That might do it. I guess we go for that. And it would be that way. No, no, no. Let's just get out of here. I don't think they're gonna follow me all this way. Let's find out. No, they're not. Alright, what do you got for offer? Oh, hello. A soldier's spear. And then Ald runs into another armored Lionel. Probably. Muddle buds are very good. I will take you. Thank you. Alright. Let's try skirting this, befoulness. Could have been, kind of bad, actually. Alright, so I got an Aracuda over there. hasn't spotted me.
Yeah.
Ooh, more. Sorry. Had to cough a little bit, and I need to take a drink of water. There we go. Sorry about that. I don't know what's up with my voice right now in my throat. But I think we're going to skirt those enemies if we can. Grab some more pose over here. Did you see me? No, those are Froxes. Alright, well, I don't mind Froxies. Okay, now I know why they don't jump all at once. It is actually to allow you to, anything around that I can grab? No. I believe it's so that you can get around them. So the leap one at a time gives you time to attack the one. There we go. Like, one will jump at you, giving you the opportunity to attack it and deal with it. That's what I was looking for. Got more pose over here. Since they don't have many hit points either. Yeah, that does work out pretty well as a... Okay, you're too close, sir. Is that good? Yes. Yes, that's a perfect shot of a Keys. That was the perfect shot of a Keys. Alright. Got some more pose over here, and I do see a light root. Okay, I kind of want to avoid you. Oh, he spotted me. That's a throwing spear. Exactly like I have. Do. Yay! I have a horsey! Can I run through this stuff?
Yeah.
I can run through this stuff. Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, I can't pick those up right now. Well, taking it to a stable is going to be a little bit difficult. I can ride through all of this crap. All changes his mind about the horses. Well, I didn't have to soothe it or anything. It's just like... Oyame Lightroot. Alright. Let's go ahead and skip that. The Lightroot dispelled the darkness and brightened the surrounding area. And I think my horsey went away. No, he's over there. Oh no, he was just phased out. There we go. Got a nice shot of Stallhorse butt. I think someone wanted that picture too. Oh, I think there's just wild Stallhorses here. That is cool. I wonder if we have a horsey icon. We don't, so let's just do that. Alright. That's pretty neat. Go ahead and delete that pin. I don't need it there anymore. Let's head up to the Skyview Tower. Yep, it's a Stallhorse. Sleigh seals? These sand seals have luggage carriers capable of hauling people or objects. Huh. Interesting. Dang it! How dare you be, too far away. You know what? Before I do that... Let's do this. I don't need to use that tower right now. BLT sandwich-flavored Lay's potato chips? BLT flavored. Oh, that's that one. All right. Let's see if we miss it and die. Tajikat's Shrine. There we go. You've grilled cheese and tomato soup flavored cheese puffs yourself. I know what BLT stands for. I just have trouble believing that the chips actually taste like a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. Or just bacon, lettuce, and tomato, since there's no mention of bread there. Building with logs. Oh, goody! Tinker Toys! we got water here. More potato than anything else. I'm shocked. I'm surprised that potato chips would taste like potato. I never would have guessed. Alright, so... I think what we want is this, and then we want it to, like, rest right on this groove here. Yeah. Nope. Link. Please. Perfect. Alright. So the good news is that I'm actually going to be able to get healed after all of this as well. There we go. Decided to roll. That's okay, though. Alright, next up. I was expecting a little bit more building rather than... just making long sticks. Wonder if this will work. They're uneven. I could probably go grab the other ones that I already made. Nope. Alright. Alright, have a plan. And that plan... involves all of these. I mean, I could use just the 4 to make a very long single, but why do that? Perfect. Darn right. Alright, so we got a lot of logs there. A lot of logs. And there is our chest. Alright. Easy enough to do. I don't know why they give us so many logs, but... fine. I'll slide that out there. I mean, if they're going to give me so many logs, I should just use them all, right? Make a very, very long raft. There we go. Totally unnecessary. I'm sure 2 or 3 would have done just fine. But we know how to. Proper usage here is. Pick it up, please. Thank you. This isn't the raft game. But it's close enough. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and rotate that. It's unbalanced. It's turning. It's turning the wrong way. Alright. Fine. I have a better solution. Put it on the corners. There we go. That's fine. I don't care about these weapons. I could use a rudder. This thing could use a rudder. It could really, really use a rudder. Yeah, a little bit too heavy for the fans. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright, what goodies do you have for me? A spiky shield. Durability up 2 defense, an aged, worn-out wooden shield. It can withstand lighter attacks such as arrows. I have no idea what the heck we will do with that. Let's see if we get stuck. It'd be much easier to build things if you didn't actively fight the placement snapping feature. Yes, but I don't think that you could do this game very easily without the snapping feature. Perfect. Exactly as intended. All right. Give me my light and my my healing, please. That's certainly one way to do it. It's the intended way, clearly. They wouldn't have given you that many logs if they didn't intend for you to do that. You're deliberately avoiding all the snapping points. Well, you're not deliberately avoiding all the snapping points. You're trying to find the snapping point that goes where you want it to. The problem is that, like, how do you do a game like this and not have fixed snapping points? I don't know that that's particularly possible. Oh, there's Beetle. Riverside Stable. No, don't climb. Fool.
Yeah!
Oh, I thought I'd run into you again, or are you following me? I am not following you. Remember, the secret to good negotiation is to leave the other person wanting more. Well then, can I tempt you to buy, or are you selling today? What have you got? I don't have a whole lot. I do kind of want some more arrows. I don't have a whole lot of those, but let's see about selling some stuff. Look at what I've got. I think the real intended was to make a really long log. Nah. Alright, where are my gems? Sell some of those. Let's sell 20 of those. You'd have fixed snapping points for a game like this, but you may have frequently actively avoided them. No, I'm specifically trying to get them in, like, I'm trying to find the one that I specifically want. I know where because every time I don't go for the one that I specifically want, then it gets me into a position that I don't want it. The game can't predict what I want, so it's just taking it to, like, the closest ones. Plus, I'm OCD about it and stuff like that, so I want it in places that are specific to me. I'm less inclined to. Oh, no. All right. Like there's a lot of times that I could just like take it, like this is fine, this is good enough, and I'm just weird in that I oftentimes want it to be very specific. In a very specific position. Hello, sir. Let's see, what's in this issue of the Lucky Clover Gazette? What's the news? Freezing temperatures bring feathery shivers to the Rito. Rito Village is facing food shortages as cold winds make travel to the village dangerous for the residents and visitors alike. That's awful. It sounds like anyone trying to get to Rito Village needs to prepare themselves for harsh freezing weather. There's so much to read in these newspapers. Other stories? Oh, no, this is interesting. Lucky Clover Gazette is here for you. The Lucky Clover Gazette has opened its offices at Rito Stable. Any eager new journalists are encouraged to apply. I wonder if these are random or if the specific people say specific news articles. Rito Village suffering food shortages? You have an idea? No, Mad Martin. Bad. There's one at the very ends of the logs, but I moved the fan slightly away from that point so that they didn't snap. Well, there's multiple ones at the very ends of the logs. Right, we've heard about that one. I don't know, maybe I'm not understanding exactly what you mean. Hello, sir. Recipe, recipe, recipe. Oh, I can't wait. What's so exciting? Oh, excuse me, I was lost in thought. There's a group of gourmets who frequent our stable, and they always teach me new recipes to cook. And the recipe for our next session is a dish devised by Princess Zelda herself.
Yeah, I'm so excited I can't even sit still.
Well, you're not sitting, so, I mean... Alright, well, I haven't talked to you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in such bad weather.
Oh.
Hey there, welcome to Riverside Stable.
Oh.
Thank you for supporting the Stable Association. Since this is your first time here, we'll add 1 point to your pony points.
Oh, goody, pony points.
Oh.
No, I'm good. Alright, I was gonna buy some arrows. So, the thing is like, I was trying to balance out the position of those two fans so that they were in the exact same place on either side. Turns out I got that wrong, but that's what I was trying to do. And now maybe it's because I went for the wrong, like, it was going to go onto the right one, and I didn't think it was the right one. I don't know. Doesn't matter, but the point is that I was looking for a specific attachment point, and that's what was going on there. Howdy, Tom Tom. How's it going?
Sa sa. Woohoo.
Let's go for some arrows. I will take them all. Thank you very much. I will bring beetle bugs when I have the armor. Which reminds me I could probably actually go get that. Or work on it. There's someone. Ah, and the well. So if I gather my thoughts, what I know is this. The legendary sword is more than fable and far closer to fact. Can I truly defeat any monster? Does it truly exist in Hyrule? Yes and yes. And it's highly likely to be found in the something woods. Huh? Tell me, how long have you been there? You didn't happen to overhear what I was just saying, did you? Legendary sword? Well, you heard. I thought as much. But I have nothing to fear. I stand comforted by that only the Chosen One can wield the legendary sword that defeats any monster. And that's me, chosen by my wife. The Chosen One isn't an eavesdropper. He's an Eve that is perfectly fine with being dropped in on. Me, I mean. Let me share this openly. Some days ago, I bid farewell to my dear wife, Cerelia, to set out from Lakeside Stable. I find myself now at this stable, but the something woods that I seek is still far away. So forgive me if I have no more time for eavesdroppers. I have to find the legendary sword to protect my dear wife. Legendary sword? Did you not hear me? My fault entirely. The legendary sword is meant for a chosen one, like me. I imagine that Cerelia is all alone waiting for my return. Oh, don't worry, sir. I'll go keep her company. I must find the legendary sword and return to her side as soon as I can. By the way, whee! One of these days, there is not going to be water at the bottom of those. Rusty halberd, okay. I think I'm full up on weapons. I am. Like, Link hasn't even been, like, gone for 100 years this time. How do they not realize that he is obviously the chosen one? I see you up there. Howdy, Ollie Ollie. You believe him? Alright, let's see. Can I attach it? Can I attach it? No. Alright. How did all this wood get down here anyway? Why am I just realizing that it is silly that this stuff is all down here? Who chose him? You don't remember voting for him? It's not a democracy. There we go. There we go. Bonk. Open. A throwing sphere with critical hit. Alright, well, I will leave that down here then. So good to know that there's some basic weapons that we can get here. That's actually really helpful. You didn't see where that chest went and thought it fell through the world for a second? Goes. Goes. I wonder if there's anything in the water. Not a whole lot of chests hiding in water these days. Alright, so we got that one. I have that one unlocked at least. There is a cavern there. I think that we should go, or a chasm there. I think we should at least fall down there. All that work for a basic crap weapon. Yeah, that's... I'm gonna be very honest. One of my biggest complaints about this game so far has been that the treasures you get from chests in shrines, especially, and places like that, tend to be on the very, very low end. I get what they're doing with the whole, like, weapons have been degraded and stuff like that, but... it is also very annoying. Alright, this bridge is in very poor shape. Fishies. I should get off my glowing armor. I mean, I get it. I do. I really do. At the same time, it would be nice to get some good weapons. Let's get into the climbing stuff. Oh, hey, it's you. Hylian tomatoes. Alright. More Hylian tomatoes. Do I need to chop down trees for this one? Looks like that is the expectation. I'll take that hot-footed frog. Like, I have to use these trees, I think. Can I chop down these? Yes, I can. My My axe is in bad shape. Alright, so if I... Oh, and you know what? I can just use this stuff over here. However, I do need to get a new axe. What is after me? I should probably change weapons. Oh. Get dead. Stupid Octoroks. Alright, so, like, one thing that I do wish is that every time you chop down a tree, you'd get randomly one of the branches that you can use to make a weapon out of. And I am kind of annoyed that that doesn't happen. No, get off them. Alright. So, let's see. See, that's why I am very careful about the, because if I'm not careful, always goes really wonky. Okay, that is not actually where I wanted it, but I will take it. Oops. It's getting to be dark, which is very unfortunate. Alright, I suspect that this is not going to be tall enough, but I'm going to grab these logs, and that might do it. There we go. Alright, let's go see about using this to prop that thing up. I should probably go back to the stable and get one of the those weapons that's underground and use that to make another axe. Alright, so... right, that's low. Stupid thing. Alright, fine. Get that there. Alright, I have another side. This'll work.
Oh, it's you. Thanks for your help earlier. I'm putting President Hudson here, too. But I can't stand here forever. I've got so many more signs to spread around. I don't know what to do. Try letting go. What? Are you going to support him? All right, I'll let go. How's the president standing? That was brilliant. I never would have thought of it.
You're really, really not cut out for this work, sir.
All right, let's get him secured while he's still standing. Just put this right here, get that fastened, and... Perfect! With your help, President Hudson is now standing proudly and firmly in place. It fills my heart with joy to see him doing so well on his own. Take this with my thanks.
20 rupees, its red luster tickles your heartstrings.
Also, you must be hungry after all that hard work, right? Let me get you a little something I made myself.
Sneaky mushroom race balls.
Oh, but I still don't feel like I've thanked you enough. This is a little something from my premium collection, a special gift from me to you.
A bomb flower, thanks.
Now I can go to other places to put up more signs. And with that, I'm off.
Alright, so, I need to find an axe stone as well. Oh, there's a Korok up there. Let's go at least mark that one. I'm mainly marking these because I think that I'll do all of these at a later date, kind of. Well. You know what that sound means. Yes, Zelda. Come on, just let us know. Go ahead and do it. Can I get to this guy first? Aha!
What's going on? You looking for someone to talk to? Hey, that's fine by me. Let's talk.
I just had to cut off the foreboding music, sir. That's all.
It seems like a number of unusual ruins fell at Kakariko Village to the east. I'm going there to investigate, but a traveler type like you might want to check it out, see the sights, that sort of thing.
When the glow of the blood-stained moon shines.
Zelda's
upon the
like,
land,
how dare you prevent me from getting my dialogue off?
endless
That is
thoughts
extremely
of slain
rude.
monsters return to flesh. The world is threatened once again.
Ah, you mean 10 minutes ago the world wasn't threatened anymore? Just everyone is just so casual about all of this happening here. Oh, good. There's an axe. There's some axe stones on that. All right. All right. So I'm gonna make an axe. Rusty claymore. The world is more threatened than it was 10 minutes ago. It's nearly as dramatic sounding. Yeah, but it would be more accurate. Dear. Seriously, dear. Dear. Just, like, go someplace else, alright? Ooh, hello. Got some tomatoes there. See, dear, you're frightening everyone. So rude. I'll take that frog. Alright, so I now have a new axe. Let's get back onto my Boko Spear. Alright, but I am going to, I think this is a good point to step away for just a moment, take a short break. I'm going to go get some more water. And when we come back next time, when we come back in just a few minutes for those watching on Twitch, and when we come back with the next video for those watching on YouTube, I've got a bunch more marks that I've put on the map, and I kind of want to clear them so that I can then use those markers again. If you're not going after them, then what's the point, right? So I will be back in just a couple minutes. For those watching on Twitch, or for those watching on YouTube, we will be back with the next episode. See you shortly.